Welcome to my channel. My name is Silynthiac, and I'm a mom who's trying to get her family to financial freedom. I work 2 part-time jobs, but today, you guys, I wanted to go over my budget setup for the month of March. I have my notes off to the side. I have my binder next to me to reference. What I've decided to do is a little bit more creative this month, and I think I'm really excited about it. I don't know if it's going to be a thing, but I'm really excited about it. This is not my normal setup, so I'm trying to put it as close to normal as it would be. So that's what we're going to go ahead and do today. Goals. We're going to set up our March goals. I have my cheat sheet next to me. And by the way, February's goals, I did not reach all of my goals, unfortunately, but I think I was only missing 2 items, which I'm going to go ahead and transfer over to, yes, I'm transferring them over. Okay, so first up, the 2 goals that I did not meet for the month of February, we're going to add to March right now. Get a month ahead on rent. Let's get that. Get a month ahead on rent. Okay, this is going to be really important for me. Not month ahead, like don't have to, worry about it for a month if something happens, but I need to get back to a place where a month ahead, meaning I am stuffing my envelopes for and prepared to pay on the 1st. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. That's what I'm trying to do, because I've been a little bit behind, and there's been a few times where I've been like, after the 5th there's a late fee, and I've had to pay late fees, which those add up like crazy. And so with everything going on around me, I'm just like, okay, get a month ahead on rent. Okay, and then the other one that, where is it? Buy a car. So previously it was save money for a car, but I need to buy a car. And buy a car. The reason I'm putting that on this March goal, like that's huge, right? Like buy a car. What? You casually just gonna buy a car? No, not casually. What is supposed to be happening? I filed my taxes last month. I'm hoping that I get my tax return this month. That means I should be able to, if anything, at least really be serious about buying a car, right? So that's my plan. So I want to buy a car on there. If it's not purchased this month, hopefully by no later than next month, but we'll see. We're setting goals. We are not going to attack ourselves if we don't reach those goals. Okay, so then now we can move on to some other goals that I've set. We're gonna budget our tax return. I've kind of jotted down like what I think we need to do, what we need, and things like that, because that's going to be the biggest part of the budget, is what we need. The wants and maybes and things like that, we'll revisit those, but the main thing is making sure we've gotten what we need taken care of. So I need to budget our tax return. And then my goal is 10 no spend days. And I'll tell you, last month my goal was 12 and I got 13. But you guys know how weather kind of plays a big part in what you do outside of your home. And when you leave your house, it's expensive to leave your house. Because even if we just go for a walk, the kids are like, can we go get a Prime from the gas station or something? It's just, you spend money. But we got daylight savings coming up and spring coming. And so no spend days are going to be, they're going to be tough. But we're going to try to make it, we're going to still set those goals. All right, and then also because of spring, one of my goals is to complete my one of the 24 in my 2024 activity list. I made a list of things that we can do here where we live for free. Sorry, I can't write and talk because I get all confused. So I made a list, and pretty much they're free, right? So I was thinking of throwing in some things that may cost some money or something like that, and I'll think about that. But right now, I have a running list of activities, and I want to complete at least one of those things. Hopefully, we can get a couple done. Like I said, daylight savings, we might get outside. So, um, let's see. Oh, go on a solo date. This has been very important for me. And I did go on a solo date in January, and I went on a solo date in February. And it's just, it doesn't even matter what it is, but it is intentionally doing something for me by myself with nobody else and just spending time with me, whatever that looks like. And last month, um, January and February, I ended up going to bingo. And honestly, I'm hoping that that's my solo date for March. I want to go back to bingo. One of the times I won $25, and it was perfect because I needed some items, some grocery items. And so I just went straight from bingo to Walmart. I picked up the items I needed, and boom. So hopefully I'll win a little bit more, maybe enough to cover the rent, because they do have big jackpots sometimes. So I guess it just depends on what time of the day you go. I used to go to bingo quite a bit, and I haven't been. Money's funny, change is strange. So you don't really, if your finances aren't in order, bingo is the last thing on your to-do list. But I do want to venture out and do something, and I'm hoping that it is bingo. Another one of my goals is to contribute something, doesn't even matter what it is, um, to my savings challenge. I guess savings challenges, because I have multiple savings challenges going. And what I'm trying to do is incorporate more savings challenges into my sinking funds once I'm ready to stuff those, so that way we can set some small goals. So we'll see how that goes. But also, what I wanted to do was speak with my Wi-Fi company and see if I can get a decrease in my Wi-Fi bill. So, since I've started with Xfinity, my bill has gone up. And so I want to see if I can get it to go down. So we'll see. We'll work on that. So that part is done. Then I have my brain dump page, and my brain dump is just any thoughts that I have. And because I don't have a full-on calendar, I'm going to have to reference February's calendar for my bill dates, which is fine. But I did want to write my paydays. I get paid twice a month from one job and weekly from the other. And so the twice a month one changes each month, but we have March 8th is a payday, and then March 25th I have here as a payday. So we'll go ahead and keep an eye out for those, so we know what we're working with. I did set, oh, that's just a decorative page. I did set a goal here as well to try to budget every single paycheck in writing, not just like scrap it, write it down really quickly, and then, throw it away after I'm done. I wanted to try to document and keep it in my budget. I used to do that, and for whatever reason, I just stopped. I just was like, oh, okay, well, I took care of what I needed to take care of, and now I'm not actually going through and budgeting each paycheck. But what we're going to do for the March setup, we're going to go ahead and budget our monthly overview. And I have my information here. Let me flip to it. And we're flipping. There we go. Okay. All right. So I don't have income on here because my income fluctuates so much. I don't know what's going to happen from day to day. So what I try to do is complete my budget for what I think I will need, and then I go from there. So that's what we're going to do today. First up is my fixed expenses, which are my bills. And my fixed expenses, first we have rent. And rent is $1,200. Then we have utilities, which is just my electric because everything else is included in my rent. And that is $60 this coming March. And then my internet is $45, which I want to try to get it down. I think if I can decrease the amount of whatever it's called that I'm using, internet I'm using, then maybe I can figure that out. Next up, my phone bill. That is $45. And then my subscriptions, which what I have right now is Amazon Prime and Netflix, and that equals $25. Let me grab my calculator. Be right back. All right. My calculator's been taking quite some abuse. So, all right. So we have rent at $1,200, utilities at $60, $45 for internet, $45 for the phone, $25 for subscriptions. Now, you don't see student loans on here. Eventually, I guess that is going to be a part of my life. Maybe, possibly. I haven't gotten any information that they're going to forgive my loans. I don't have a lot of student loan debt, but I did get information that they're not expecting me to start making payments until May 2024. And so we'll see how that goes. But the total here for my fixed expenses is $1,375. So to keep my house running, I definitely need that there. So then we'll move on to my cash envelopes, which are my weekly spending. And I try to keep it, kind of similar each week so I can plan and prepare to make sure that I'm not overspending, but also be realistic in my budget. So first up, mommy, that's me. Now this is supposed to be my spending money. But what's been happening with my money is it's just been basically a buffer for everything else. And I'm okay with that because I think it's good to, at least try and cover my bases the best way I can. So $20 a week. Oh, I need to put the full amount. This is monthly. March, we're already in March. Oh my goodness, where's my calendar? Yes. So we're already here, March 1st. So we have 4 weeks left. Yeah, so we'll just do 80 because we've already set up 80. Okay. And then gas is the same, $20 a week. My jobs are so close to my home. I do borrow my mother's vehicle, and sometimes she needs it. So I'm on a bus route, and I can walk to a lot of different places based on where I am. So gas is pretty mild at $20. And then groceries, we're going to stick with that. We're going to stick with that $400 budget. I'm making some changes in my home, and right now that can't be one of the things that I touch. I need it to be the same for now. I'll revisit it and figure out what my plan is exactly. Hopefully I will get it all sorted out this month, but we'll see how things go. Household, these are like, toiletries and things like that. That is getting $40. Pets, which is my kitty, he gets $40. And I was trying my hardest to bring that amount down, but my kitty likes wet food. Wet food's more expensive than dry food. What you pay for a couple of cans, you can get a nice size bag of dry food. And he eats dry food, but it's in combination with the wet food. So we have to leave that budget alone. We have to leave it. I gotta go to work and pay for wet food for my kitty. And then my kiddos, they get an allowance of $10 a week, $5 each kid, $40 for the month. Let's see. Gas, groceries, household, pets, kiddos, laundry. Did I put laundry? Yes, laundry. In laundry, I try to do $10 a week, and I find that if I wash and dry and get to the laundromat on Wednesday, I stay well within that $10 a week because they have specials for the bigger washers. So I'm able to throw in, towels, and I can throw in blankets or whatever because you're able to use the bigger washers, and drying time as well is discounted. So $40. And I try to make it a point to go on Wednesdays because once I realize I can totally stay within that $10 budget, I don't have to take from my mommy envelope to cover for laundry. It's a beautiful thing to get there on a Wednesday. It is pretty busy, but that's, everybody has the same idea, but it works. It's perfect. I'd rather sit there and hang out a little while after work and save money than to go on a day where there's nobody there and pay triple what you would pay on another day. Okay, mommy, gas, groceries, household, pets, kiddos, laundry. I think that was everything. Yes. So let's go ahead and total this up. 80 plus 80 plus 400 plus 40 plus 40 plus 40 plus 40. So this total for our cash envelopes is $720. Oh, sorry about that. I gotta take this call. Okay, sorry about that. I am back. So we'll move on to savings. I don't know the total amount. I'm not going to put an amount there for what I'm just going to leave it. I know that I want to put something to my savings challenges, and then we started letter books. I want to put something towards that as well. So let's go ahead and throw some totals over here. We're not putting the income. Like I said, it fluctuates, but we have $720 for our cash envelopes and then $1375 for my fixed expenses. So that total was $2095. Fixed expenses $1375 and then $720. My goal is to decrease this amount as best I can because, you guys, I don't want to call somebody lazy because that's not very kind. And I want to be kind to me, but a little bit. I like my life the way that it is. I have time for me. I have time for my family. I have time for my mother. I have time. I like that I'm available for my life. And so I don't want to be consumed by the numbers, especially with things that are going on in my life. I want to make sure that I can handle this and not be stressed out about the numbers. And also, one of my goals this year is to start really saving again in my sinking funds. And that's why I'm so adamant about doing these savings challenges, because I think it's very important to use what you've got. And I've seen a lot of people using the savings challenges to stuff their binders for their sinking funds. Savings challenges are fun, and some of them are unpredictable. You don't know how much you're going to save, things like that. So it can be a lot of fun. All right, so I need, at the minimum, $2,095 to cover my bills and my cash envelopes for my weekly spending. Doable, very doable. I just got to stay on track, stay focused. You know how that goes. Anyway, yes, I did set up one more sheet because, like I said, I wanted to start actually budgeting my paychecks each week. So I should have a total of 6 sheets done. So that way I could budget out each one. I'm not going to put crazy pressure on myself to do it, but I do want to at least take the initiative to try to do it. So we'll see how that goes. But that is it for my March setup. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope that you liked the fun colors and the aspect that, you know, it's just a little bit creative, not as plain and simple as my normal setup in my binder. But thanks so much for watching. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. All of the things that can keep us connected, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Feel free to check out S&C Budget Creations. You can get this, it's a printable, and I went ahead and cut it up to put it onto here, and then I glued it on. But if you can use the printable just as it is, there's different pages to make your own budget planner if you're interested. But that's it, you guys. I want to thank you so much for watching. See you next time. Bye, guys.